Because I'm going to the dentist at the moment to try and sort out this snaggle tooth that I have at the front and find out if it can be fixed at all. The problem seems to be have its origin in gum disease, which I've had for quite a while, and I've never really known what to do about it. But I've been studying it quite a lot recently, and I know a lot more about it now. I should have studied it years ago, but I wasn't informed by dentists really. And the dentist the other day told me that they have a treatment that they can do that will be helpful. Now, I don't know whether I want to go through with those treatments. I'll find out in what they consist of first. If they're pharmaceutical, I'll be a bit wary. And also because I'm on the carnivore diet. And the carnivore diet has the astonishing ability to heal the body in all its parts. And gum disease has been something that many people have said that they have seen great improvements in gum health since becoming carnivore and becoming fat adapted. So it takes a while for these things to happen. But it's happening. I can see it myself in my own limbs and joints. There's a change occurring throughout my body as I'm feeding it correctly. And so it'll be interesting at the dentist because I do have an appointment in about a couple of weeks, I think, with the specialist. And I'll be interested to see if there's been any improvement between the first appointment and the second one, although it will be a different dentist perhaps, but I'll be able to gauge it. Because I wonder whether just being carnivore and keeping at that diet might have give the ability for also the gums to heal. They're very difficult things to heal using other techniques, I think. But if they heal themselves, this is what's emerging among people who've been following the diet for years, that there's just a general healing process that flows through the body, and age-old problems start to disappear or to become greatly improved. It's really the hand of God working through us, and as we remove the toxins from our body and we are fed properly. And of course, being fed properly from a biblical perspective, and I think a nutritional perspective, would include also fruit and bread. But fruit only in season, so you wouldn't eat fruit outside of the summer. And the trouble is that, as I've mentioned in another video, the cultivars, the modern cultivars, are not really reliable because the hand of Satan has been upon the seeds and changing them, not just the genetic modification, which everybody accepts is bad, but it's the hybridization also, which is actually defiance of God. You know, you're trying to improve something that was made by God in perfection for his children. It's a conceit, and therefore it ruins the beneficial properties of the plant. So if you've got an apple tree in your garden, like my sister has got 2 or 3 old apple trees, and they produce really nice apples, I mean, those would be healthy, I'm sure. but the one that you pick up at the supermarket, probably not. That's the problem. And the same is true of the wheat, of course. You can do stuff like um, it has to be, wheat should be ground um, only shortly before baking the bread. That's another problem with wheat. We keep it in the cupboard and it develops molds and all sorts of harmful things. But those things can be done in the home. You have to buy, you have to get a cereal grinder or a mill, I think they call it, a grain mill. They're not cheap. And then you can buy grain. But, again, you've still got the cultivar problem. I think all the seeds of the world are held in a seed bank, there's one right up in sort of Norway area, Spitsbergen, is it? It's one of these kind of sci-fi places, tunnels going through into the rock, and all surrounded by great thick slabs of ice. Something that's straight out of James Bond. I'm pretty sure I've seen a video about that place. There's videos about everything nowadays. So the seed still exists, but they've been removed from us. I wonder who would have done something like that now. I wonder who it would have been. I expect we can guess. Anyway, I just wanted to leave that info on the healing properties of carnivore. I mean, this is just hearsay, really, but I have noticed in myself that there is substance to it. Although obviously it's a long and quite a painful process, because it's the Mencken law of health, whereby you can't heal from something, and initially it will feel worse because you're going, the actual part that's pained is going to be energized in some way, and so there might be some worsening of your condition, and then the healing will start. I believe that. I mean, God loves his children, and so he gave us a perfect body, and we chose to, our parents and the generations accepted, as it were, perhaps were forced to accept also, that it should be defiled by thrusting in needles and liquids, and by all sorts of arcane practices, which really fall more under the realm of witchcraft than any kind of healing. God bless.